Hi guys, price update lang tayo dito kay Pi, and I think this price still on its price discovery. Pag-usapan din natin dito guys yung mga recent update, itong potential airdrop ni FOMO. Grabe yung mga investors or yung mga backers nito kasi halos yung mga CEO ng mga kilalang project during angel round ng funding ay nag-participate dito guys. Pag-uusapan din natin dito yung recent updates, developments, yung Bybit recent hacks, and discuss natin yan guys dito sa video natin today. Pero bago tayo dito magsimula, kung hindi nyo pa na-like itong video na ito, please like this video first, subscribe nyo yung YouTube channel natin, turn all the bell icon para ma-notify kayo dito sa mga updates natin na ginagawa sa ating YouTube channel guys. So as of now, andito tayo ngayon sa price action nitong si Pi, no? Nagkakaroon siya dito ng pagtaas ng presyo for the past couple of hours, and nag-45 yung kanyang price action. Pero as per checking nga dito sa kanyang chart, ito, so galing siya dito sa pinaka-support, no? Around 62 cents. So nakitaan natin dito ng pag-respect sa support, around 63 cents. As of now, the price action is nasa 77 cents, around this area. And titingnan natin dito guys, no, kung ano yung potential price action na gagalawan kasi as of now, almost retesting yung kanyang resistance around maybe 80 cents, no. If ever nabasagin niya yan, next resistance natin nasa maybe 93 cents. So kailangan niya lang basagin yan and ma-respect itong support area nito guys, no. So ito yung mga nakikita natin na probability for the price action ni Pi. Price prediction, meron tayong live na ginawa dito during the launch, no. So few days ago, $2 yung all-time high niya, 2.2 dito. So as we observe dito, nagkaroon siya ng pagbagsak ng presyo. Na-discuss natin ito guys, no, doon sa mga nagtatanong ano nga ba yung experience ko. Normally, sell off talaga after ng malist ito sa spot, no. It was happened almost ilang percent to? Almost 72% yung niretrace, no, from its previous highs. Right now, let's see kung magkakaroon ito ng momentum pa. It depends sa demand and supply. Ang daming factors na kailangan consider para masabi yung pagtaas at pagbaba ng presyo guys. Demand and supply isa sa mga factors niyan. Yung utility niya, if ma-deliver ng maayos, that's good. Pero if ever na may mga basta ang daming factors guys, no? Like for example, a recent event happens dito, may mga hacks na nangyari, market uncertain, so that's one of the negative catalyst sa market, no. So ngayon pag-usapan naman natin yung potentially na tinitingnan ko dito na next airdrop. Yung mga official link guys ng pina-farm ko dito ay ilalagay ko na lang sa description ng video na ito para mapuntahan nyo and para na rin makaiwas sa mga phishing links online dito guys, no. So itong si FOMO, grabe yung mga investors na ito guys, discuss natin. So sabi nga dito, we're so early. So kailangan mo lang dito guys yung email, tapos kung meron kang Twitter, optional naman yan, and then join the waitlist lang, no. So simple as that lang. And check natin dito yung mga investors niya. Ayan. So ito yung mga investors nitong si FOMO. Bago lang to guys, no, February 18 lang nagkaroon ng pag-raise ng funding nila. So kasama dito yung co-founder ng Solana, yung CEO ng Zero Labs, Polygon, Verachain, Say, Eclipse, Seleni, Wintermute, FriendB, ayan, CEO ng Kaito, Agora, mga angel investor na kilala. So isa ito sa mga tinitingnan ko na potential airdrop, itong si FOMO guys, no. So pwede nyong puntahan, pwede nyong bisitahin, easy steps lang naman. Email na related lang in crypto, tapos yung Twitter, no, if meron kayong X, but that's optional. And then pagkatapos nyan, join waitlist dito. If nakapag-waitlist ka, isa ka sa mga mabibigyan ng access doon sa potential products, and if meron silang mga airdrop announcement, updates dito, ay magkakaroon ka ng updates guys. Now, again, yung airdrop is purely speculative and does not guarantee guys, no. So punta naman natin yung recent incident na nangyari doon sa Bybit. Ito kagabi to guys, no, which is hacks by Lazarus Group. I think isa din ito sa nakapag-hack ng Ronin network. Over 1.4 billion yung nawala. As summary nga dito, major cryptocurrency exchange confirm significant security breach, no, involving the thief of over 1.4 billion in Ethereum. So yung hack nga guys have been attributed to North Korean hacker group which is the Lazarus Group, as confirmed by blockchain analyst na si Zach, no? Post-hack showcasing resilience in their operational continuity, no? Dami rin ditong nagpaabot ng like support, no? Kasi isa ito sa pinakamalaking exchange hacks na as of now guys, no? So 1.4 billion yung worth of Ethereum yung na-hack dito. So ito isa sa mga importanteng tandaan ito na sa mga gantong scenario guys, especially in crypto space, pag hindi mo hawak yung pinaka-asset mo, or not your keys, not your assets, or not your crypto guys. Kaya sa end ko lagi kong mention yung diversification, naka-diversify yung assets. Make sure to check yung pinaka security, yung vulnerability ng isang exchange. And isa din sa mga naggustuhan ko dito guys, like for example, itong ginagamit natin is meron silang pinaka proof of reserves, no, na kung saan naka-back up yung pinaka-asset mo, which is maintains 1:1 na reserve lahat ng assets. Ito, kahit pa paano ito si OKX, malinis yung kanilang reserves, no? Meron silang magandang reserves, no? I keep mentioning this one. And as we observe nga dito guys, isa sa trust and transparent na exchange ito. Meron silang 27 consecutive na proof of reserves, 27.9 billion na primary assets. Ito ay audited na rin ni Hacken. And as we can see dito guys, 105%, no? Ayan, laging sobra yung kanilang assets dito na nakaback, no? So like for example, 108% yung assets na nakaback. Like for example, if you have or if ever man na magkaroon ito ng issues, nakaback yung pinaka holdings mo dito, no? Then again guys, yung risk in crypto space is andyan yan guys, no? Kailangan pa rin natin maintindihan yung risk management and yung risk and reward, no, para mas magkaroon tayo dito ng informed decisions. Importante din yung proof of reserves. Like for example, this exchange na ginagamit natin understands that the safety and security of asset customer is one of the top priorities guys. So kahit gaano man yan kabilis, kahit gaano man yan kaganda user interface, pero hindi maganda yung pinaka-security, useless yan guys, no? So they mentioned dito na they ensure yung pinaka-balance sheet nila is always holds enough asset, no? As we observe dito, over 100%, no? Ayan, 105%, 102% yung naka-reserve dito na asset, no? That's a proof of reserves na tinatawag. It's a type of Merkle tree na kung saan nakaback yung asset mo. So they ensure dito na yung balance sheet nila always holds enough assets, no? 1:1. Dito sa on-chain, meron silang pinaka-public naman, allowing easily to confirm na yung customer deposits are back 1:1, no? Yun, ano nga ba yung proof of reserves? Isa sa mga importante ito para ma-ensure yung hawak ng custodian, dapat meron silang sufficient funds para ma-cover up yung account assets doon sa kanilang platform, no? Isa sa importanteng security measure as well as custody as well, itong proof of reserves. But I keep mentioning guys, naka-diversify, no, in the risk management. Make sure you understand that. And again, itong video natin today is just an update lang. I'm just sharing some experience, acknowledging your questions dito, and does not qualify as an investment or financial advice, no? So yun guys, hope you get some insights, ideas dito sa video natin today. Ano yung tinitingnan ko na potential next airdrop, recent updates, price action tong si Pi, and that's it guys, no? Hope this video helps. Maraming salamat ulit guys sa panunood. Ingat tayong lahat. Peace out. Bye for now.